right, it's officially season 3 of the Rewind podcast. Kev Nash, I'm back again, man. Hey, oh, the whole family in the building.
What up?
It's just
The
my
Coleman
son and
family.
daughter, man. We
Good.
doing a podcast. Y'all gotta be quiet.
A podcast on what? The Lakers
Go ahead,
win their
kid.
first NBA championship.
They can hear you, man.
Oh,
And it hasn't been a decade. You just a hater.
Watch out, Zozo.
y'all suck. Y'all won because of LeBron.
Oh, that's cat.
Go ahead, man. My bad. Go ahead with your. They hate that I hate the Lakers. Just me and my daughter, bro. We the only Laker fans in the house.
It's all good, man. We leaving that in there too, man. It's a family affair over here, man. K Dolla, Kendell Coleman, Youngstown's finest. What's up, bro? Your first time on the pod, man.
Oh man, I appreciate it, bro. Thanks for having me.
For
Couldn't
sure.
I couldn't wait, bro.
For sure,
Yeah.
man. AP, yo, back again. What's up, bro?
Yo, what it do, man? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good, man. And the reason I had to call y'all two brothers up, man, for this pod, you know, me and Kendall always going back and forth about what music was the best back in the day and everything like that. And then I was like, you know what? Dolla ain't been on the pod yet. I gotta get my guy Dolla on the pod. So I threw him the line for this Puff Daddy and the family No Way Out, you know. And then of course, whenever we talking about Bad Boy, you know, we talking about Mace.
Yeah.
So when we talk about Mace, we got to talk about AP, y'all. So
Right,
AP, you
for
back
sure.
again, brother.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me back, man. It's I think it was my third time, so it feels good. I'm gonna try to slow down, make sure I don't stutter as much.
It's all good, man. Shoot,
Yeah.
I'm quote unquote a professional, and I still stutter, so it's all good, man. Don't even sweat it, man. So something we like to do, man, on the pod, man, we kind of like to take people back to the year that the album actually came out and remind folks of some of the albums that was out in that year. So Puff Daddy and the Family actually came out July 1st of 1997. I had just graduated from high school, fresh out of high school, man. Like, I haven't even got the right state yet. I'm just turning 18. This is the summertime. I'm actually working at a country club, making money hand over fist. You can only imagine in the year of 1997, an 18-year-old making like $11 an hour, working freaking overtime. I'm just banking all this bread, man,
Yeah.
with no bills. Only bill I got is to put gas in my car. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? So that's the only thing that was on my mind in the summer of 1997.
Shoot. And back then, gas was 98 cents, bro.
Yeah, matter of fact, yeah, I seen the show. That was my senior year, so I think like you said, 98 cents. I think the highest it might have peaked was like 108 or something.
Right.
I can't
Right. So
imagine, man.
the snaps on the petrol meant something back then.
Yeah,
Right.
$5 could really get you somewhere in the
Yeah,
gas
hey,
market.
Right.
$5 from Westchester to Wright State. That's about a good half hour. And I had an Oldsmobile, big boy car. I could throw $5 in that joint, make it to Wright State and back, and still be good.
Exactly.
Man,
Exactly.
$5.
talk about the good old days. What was going on with you in 97, KC?
Man, just turned 16, bruh.
Mhm.
16. Really was in love with driving. Had a little Pontiac Sunfire, bro, with a CD player. That's when, you know what I'm saying? And I'll get into it in regards to what I was doing with the album about then. But man, I was just my 16, just had really fresh getting my license, bro. Sophomore in high school. Just finished my sophomore year.
That's
So
what's up. What about you, AP?
Yeah, like I said, that was my going into my senior year. So I'm just trying to stay out the way, make some money. I think I was working at Shoe Carnival at the time. So, that's all I was doing, man. I was trying to stay out of trouble, but I don't know what I did, but I ultimately got in trouble because I couldn't drive to school. My father was like, "Nah, you're not gonna be driving to school this upcoming year." I'm like, yo, so I think we end up compromising because I think one of my other dudes, he had got in trouble too. So we was able to like alternate days. I think he drove like on Monday, Wednesday, Friday or something. I drove on Tuesdays and Thursday, and I think we shared my parking pass. So
Okay.
and we would rock that joint every day to school, man.
Yeah, big facts, man. This was definitely some theme music for
Right.
my summer, man. So I want to remind folks some of the albums that also came out in the year in the '97 to, kind of give people the vibes. One of my favorite albums of all time, Camp Low, Uptown Saturday Night dropped in '97.
Mm,
Scarface, Untouchable, Tracy Lee, Many Faces dropped in '97. Of course, Biggie, Life After Death dropped. Boot Camp Click, For the People dropped. I'm Bout It, the soundtrack dropped. Wu Tang Forever dropped. Lost Boys, Love, Peace, and Nappiness, Twister, Adrenaline Rush, Missy First Joint, Super Duper Fly, Bone Thugs, The Double Disc, Art of War drop, Master P, Ghetto Dope drop. One of AP's favorites, Busta Rhymes, When
You
Disaster Strikes,
oh man, I love that album too.
EPMD, Back in Business, Common, One Day It All Makes Sense drop, LL, Phenomenon drop, The Firm album drop, Mace Harlem World drop, Jay-Z Volume 1, Mystical, Unpredictable, Eminem, Slim Shady, the EP dropped, Tupac, another double disc from Tupac after he passed, Are You Still Down? So that's the music that we dealing with, man. It's a lot of
man,
heat in '97,
that
man.
joint
And this
is loaded.
loaded with heat. And this album from Puff and the Family, No Way Out, is right in the mix, man. It's right up there, man. I can honestly say
It
that this is
slept
like a top
on
five.
everybody.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So what do you guys remember about the anticipation of this album back then?
Go ahead, AP.
To be honest, I don't remember too much about saying waiting on the album to come out. I mean, I was a music head. I had so many CDs or whatever. It was funny. I was just talking to Kill. We was in the car the other day and we were just talking about how many CDs I had. I wasn't privileged enough to have a CD player in the car, so I had the Walkman joint, the CD man. I had to have the little tape deck joint, put it in there, and I was telling him how I think one day I went to Meyer, left my windows down, had the
Uh,
CD book up under the seat,
uh,
came back, my joint was gone, yo. So I mean, I was,
Oh my goodness.
but I mean, with anticipation, I don't know, because I mean, it was just so much. I'm a East Coast head anyway, so I'm definitely was rocking with Biggie, the Lost Boys, was loving the Missy and all that. So I mean, because I think cause Puff came out with what Can't Hold You Down first. That was going around in circulation
big
for a
time.
minute. I think like I said on the Mace review, I really didn't like that song at first. So I mean, I was just kind of just excited to see what was going to happen. I mean, I don't know if it was just that much anticipation, but once it dropped, I was all for it.
What about you, KC?
Man, with that album, it slept on me. Of course, I bought it solely off the one song. You know what I'm saying? And we'll get to it. You know what I mean? And that's when, you know, it just going back to that time after you just named all them albums, bro. I think that was the start of people really buying CD books.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
when I look back, I mean, I was going through that list with you, and when I look back, when you text me like, man, look at this list, I'm like, geez, all these albums came out then. You know what I'm saying? So that was, I mean, I'm like, yeah, that you had something to ride to. Everybody had
Yeah.
their own favorite kind of, bro. If you're gonna ride with me, you know what I'm saying? Of course, mine was Camp Low, and then the Tracy Lee, bro, was.
Woo.
So I was just buying stuff strictly off singles. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
Yeah.
You know that the Anthem by Tracy Lee. You know what I
yeah.
mean? And Camp Low. Camp Low had pretty much the bangers from that year to me. And then when that No Way Out came out, it was all about the Benjamins. And you know what I mean? When I first bought it, I skipped to number 10. Skipped to number 10. It took me about a good month or so to listen to the whole album. Then I'm like, hold on, the intro's fire. Then you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Then you started with, as a 16-year-old, I was just strictly going towards the single, bro. That
right.
that made me buy the CD. But yeah, man, I think it slept on everybody because nobody was expecting that from him.
Yeah,
You
that's for
know,
sure. Because I remember, so obviously Biggie dropped in March. Biggie
Mhm.
dropped in March. I didn't have a CD player in my car yet. So I bought the tape. I had the double tape. My mom buys me a CD player for my car in April for my birthday. So I'm like, man, I got the tape. I didn't get the CD player installed in my car yet because I still had the Biggie tape, so I'm rocking the Biggie tape. So
But let me
I
stop you
remember.
real quick. Hold on.
Yep.
Hold on. I lied, AP. You right. CD players wasn't standard in cars yet.
They
So I
was on
did
the
have the
way.
CD player. Had the CD player when you had to slide the tape disc in. You
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I ain't have a CD player until I got my truck. But I just remember that's when CD books was starting to become prevalent. And you had to,
Man.
you know what I'm saying? But no, you're right. I didn't have no CD player in my Sunfire either. But my fault, kid.
But you good, you good. So I'm like, the buzz was, all right, the Wu-Tang is on the way. The Wu-Tang double disc is on the way. So
Yeah.
I waited. I waited. Actually, I end up getting my CD player installed like right before prom. So prom is like in June. So I had this CD player and my mom like, you ain't gonna get it installed, you ain't gonna get it installed, whatever, whatever. So basically I buy my grandma's a Honda Civic because I knew she was gonna let me buy it. So I'll buy it from her. I'll put the CD player in that. Got me some tens or the whole shebang. So I'm like, all right. I still had the Biggie tape, so I wasn't ready. So I bought the Biggie CD, the double disc, and I bought the Wu Tang on the exact same day. And then when the Puff came out, I got that. So those were the only three CDs I rocked the entire summer. And I was ready for this Puff CD because, like you said, the the singles was there, so it was buzzing, and people just didn't know what to expect from this album. So it was like, for me, I was very curious. I was like, what is Puff gonna do? Like, Puff really ain't the greatest rapper in the world, but he make hit records, so
All right.
it's probably gonna be banging. And this boy was smacking. This boy was smacking hard.
Yeah.
Y'all,
Nah,
y'all
man.
boys ready to jump into a little song by song breakdown or what?
Oh yeah, I'm with it. I'm ready.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, man. Okay, so first up the bat, track one, we get the intro. Now, something about this is believability. And some of these songs I believe Puff, and some of these songs I don't believe Puff. And we'll get there. Now, this intro is really all about the loss of Biggie. You know, we lost B.I.G. in March. He dropped the album, great double disc album, but this intro is, Puff just talking, doing his Puff thing, just talking it
Mhm.
out. And then it leads us into the next song. But, intros for me, and I know for APO, really set the stage for the album. So where was y'all at with the intro?
Go ahead, Kim.
Oh man, this was when albums needed a format.
Yeah,
You might have one of your best three tracks on the intro. Uh, you know what I'm saying? Then you might fill it with a couple songs, and then right in the middle of the album, you hit them with some more heat. But yeah, AP.
Yeah. Well, I love this intro. I like it when songs can put me in a certain mood. This song put me in the mood, and I mean it was almost like a movie, like an intro to a movie for me. I'm just sitting like on the edge of my seat, just waiting, bursting with anticipation. Like, yo, all right, what's gonna come up? What's the next track? So I really love this joint. They just set the tone for me for the whole album.
right. And the intro leads us into the real intro of the album,
Yeah,
Victory.
for sure.
You got Victory, which ends up being the fifth single off this album. Of course, with Busta Rhymes on the hook, and I'ma say one of the greatest verses by Biggie of all time on that
That's
third.
funny. I had that written down here. I said his first verse would had to be like one of his best for sure.
It's almost like an extra intro because Puff starts out with the sun don't shine forever, but as long as we here, then we might as well shine together. Better now than never. Business before pleasure. But like all in the background, you hearing Biggie like, "Night on
Yeah,
mic is low, turn me up in the right headphone," and like
Right.
it's building that anticipation because the beat hasn't even dropped yet. But when the beat drop, that's when you get Biggie. That's when you get Biggie rhyming, and it's magical, man. I mean, like the way Big constructs his flows, and it's just a great song. Where was you at with it, AP?
yeah, I'm with you on that 100%, man. like I said, I had written down here on my notes like, yo, that I think that's definitely arguably Big's. You want to say one of his best verse. I think my biggest issue with it is why they just had Busta on the hook. I mean, they did that on Mason's album too. I'm like, yo, let Busta get on and get a verse though. But you know, one thing I did also. I think I went through and did all of the samples they
Okay.
used on this album. So the sample was
Okay.
Bill Conti going the distance. And Lisa Stansfield been around the world, and it was nothing feeling good by Roy Ayers. It's just crazy. It was 16 out of 17 tracks. It was a sample.
Yeah.
Hey
Yeah.
yo, Puff, wow, he was a wild boy, man. But yo, I definitely love this track though, man. I mean, it just puts me in a good mood. Like yo, if I want to go work out, go run, whatever, this is definitely on the list to listen
What's
to.
up? What's up, Dollar? Where was you at with it?
Like I said, man, it took me a minute to get to that point, but I was upset when I found out what I was missing. Like,
Mm.
oh man, this song is dope. And you know what I'm saying? When the one, one, two, and you know what I mean? It's like, okay. And like you said, as far as Biggie's verse, man, I don't think Biggie ever had a flawless a verse that had flaws, man. And I'm trying to pick what what was weak in it, man. And it was just like you said, man. Ain't no holes in this flow.
At
Right.
all,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. This was
It's
good. One thing I just want to add.
go ahead.
This was actually Big's last verse that he recorded before he passed away. This was the
Really?
very last verse. Yeah. And then I liked how he incorporated all the rappers on the label at that time because he had mentioned May Styles, Kiss, and Black Rob all on that. So I like how he put that in there. I mean, it was just kind of great for that to be his last verse, you know what I'm saying, before he died, and to have all those guys in there. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, man. I can go on and on about this song, but something we also got to mention, man. We found out, at least I did. I don't know if you guys knew, man. I always thought that Victory was probably like a throwaway song for Big that was supposed to be like on Life After Death, and they found a way that Puff will rhyme these rhymes, and then they'll splice Big's verse in there and make it a song together. I didn't know, or I didn't find out until the versus battle between Jadakiss and Fab that Jadakiss wrote Puff verses on Victory. So,
Right,
and
right.
that's big, man. And also something we can't forget to mention, man. At one point in time, this was one of the most expensive videos ever made. So the video was crazy as well, man. That's when they was dropping millions on videos. Like now,
Yeah.
what I'm saying, they shoot them on their iPhones and keep it pushing.
Right. Yeah. I
Let
think
me
Puff
ask,
said.
let me ask a question though. Did Victory fit the album?
I believe so. I believe so.
Yeah, I think so, and it definitely hit. I think it set the tone and for the rest of the album.
But
I think
I asked that because Kev, you brought it up in my mind. You was like, you thought Biggie kind of saved that. It sounded like it sound. Now that I think about it, it sounded like a song he gave to Puff.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know what I'm
And a
saying?
lot of the songs on here, to be honest, sound like stuff that like they had before Big was still here, and they reworked and put Puff on there. I say it fits 100% because this was saying like we're not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? We lost our lead guy. We lost not
yeah,
even the lead guy, man. We lost one of the best to ever do it. But guess what? Bad Boy, we still here. And this album was proof of that. It cranked out 5 singles, 5 big singles. Then they dropped the Mace album. Then they dropped another Faith project. Like they kept rolling, even though they lost the best rapper of all time. So I think Victory just was like one of those staples of Bad Boy.
right, yeah, definitely a statement song. So I mean, just in the name itself, victory. And then like just to your point, by say they didn't fold. They all rally around each other and like yo, we still gonna rock. We're gonna make this music, have fun, dance or whatever, and still pay homage to our guy. And I think Mace, he also he had gave a lot of rhymes to Puff for this album. So he was like, "Yo, you rocking right now, so we just gonna just go whatever you want to say, whatever makes the most sense. We're gonna
Yeah.
rock with it." So
Yeah. So that moves us on to track 3, and you bring up your guy, Mace. Been around the world with Mace and Biggie on the hook, Mace with the verses. We all know that Mace penned this entire song, but something that I thought was super funny about this song, man, you get Mace talking that talk at the beginning. You know, normally
yeah.
you get Puff talking that talk at the very beginning. Where was
uh,
y'all at with Been Around the World, Dolla?
It was. I wasn't a big fan of it.
Okay.
Wasn't a big fan of it. It was too commercial for me. You know what I'm
Very
saying?
commercial.
And I mean, of course, it came on the radio. That was one of the joints that came on the radio way too much.
Yeah.
And I was
yeah.
still, like I said, I was 16, and you, I was still, I was probably in my backpacking stages, where you know what I'm saying, my Talib Kweli type mind frame as far as hip hop. So I wasn't really too gun ho on a lot of the commercial joints, man. So you know what I'm saying, I guess it was necessary, you know what I'm saying? Because that was still Puff's formula. That's why I asked, did Victory fit? Because Been Around the World was Puff's formula. That's what
Yeah,
he,
for
you
sure.
know what I'm saying? He probably loved that song more than pretty much anyone. But I mean, but yeah, I mean, when I think about it, it was just average to me, you know. He used the sample, yeah, I mean, so, but
Which one was that, AP? What sample was that?
David Bowie, Let's Dance.
Let's dance. Yeah, okay. Yep, I hear it now. Yep.
Yeah.
It
yeah, I
was
hear
the
it too.
ended up being the third single off the album, a crazy music video. You gotta remember this one
Yeah,
Puff was with J Lo. So
yeah,
that
that
video,
was
shouts out to
J-Lo
J Lo.
days.
And I wanna say also, man, shoot, I always thought the remix to this was 10 times better. Uh, if you got Apple Music, you can find it on there, man. But the remix
Yeah.
switched up the beat. The third verse was crazy, a back and forth between Mace and Puff. Got Carl Thomas on there. The video crazy too. So I always thought the remix was better than the original, man. So AP,
Yeah.
where was you at? We've
I'm
been
gonna
around the
have to
world.
look it up.
Yeah, I definitely like the remix too. So you gonna hear this a lot from me. I love the song. So I'm gonna just put it out. I was having a conversation a couple of months ago with somebody, and I was like, well, if you stuck on the island, you're gonna have to take 3 CDs with you or whatever. And they asked me the same question, and this was one of my CDs that I would have with me. So
Okay.
I I'm a big fan of this album, man. But I mean, I definitely like it. Feel good song, but one line that I like that May said, he said, right hot is make niggas say rewind that. So I mean, I think that just goes to credit to how good of a writer Mace was. So and a lot of people didn't know that. You know what I mean?
That's for sure, man. And then us is also like PhD. Like that started that. Like we use the term hater now, like in oh man, that shirt whack. Those shoes whack. Oh, I don't like LeBron. Man, you a hater. Jordan better than LeBron. Kobe better than LeBron. All this type of stuff. You a hater. You a hater. But this is where it started. The term hater
It did.
started on this album, man. PhD, player
Uh,
hater degree. It started on this album, and Mace gets all the credit in the world for that, man.
yeah. Yo, well,
Uh,
That's a
hold up.
fact.
go ahead.
Before we go to had the man rapper skit at the end of it.
Oh, before you get there, I sent you the Benny the Butcher joint, right?
Yeah, I didn't listen to it yet though.
Oh, okay. It's a Mad Rapper skit at the very end. I didn't even know it
Oh,
was on
word.
there until I just kept letting it play and it popped up. So that ain't got nothing to do with this album. But listen to the
Yeah.
song. The song is dope too, but it's a Mad Rapper
Word.
skit in it. It's
Okay,
crazy.
all right, yeah.
It's
I'm
crazy.
gonna check it
I'm gonna
out.
have to. I don't think I listened to it that long ago. I'm gonna have to listen to it again.
Hilarious. But yeah, go ahead, AP, the skit.
Yeah, the skit. So I mean, it's just continuation from Big's album. So I mean, I love this joint. I mean, the joint he talking about. Did you get the check? I think, like you were saying, that he was in there hating on. I forgot. I just listened to it, man. I listen to this album all the time too. But I mean, it's the man rapper. You can't go wrong with it, pretty much. So
Man, rapper is legendary, man. Legendary.
Bro.
So we on the
I could
track
hear I could
4,
hear
man.
his voice now.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? Uh I don't like this song. I don't like this song. Like we remember I started out saying like I believe Puff here, I don't believe him here. Like this is a story rap, right? About a day in
Yeah.
the life of Puff. I just don't buy it. Like, you
Yeah.
know, when you're a rapper, there's a thing called believability and selling us to it. Maybe I don't believe him because Puff really isn't a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he just doesn't display that skill well enough for me to believe him. But I just don't believe this song. I don't like this song. I will say I think Black Rob wrote this song. I could be wrong. I didn't look, but it sounded like something Black Rob wrote and gave to Puff. I don't like the song.
Right.
It's a skipper for me. KC, where was you at?
Yeah, I'm the same way with it, man. Like I said, man, at this time, it was rare to have a lot of albums that you just let go. You know what I'm saying? That's what made Big so special, man, because you could throw a Big track on. I don't even think Jay-Z was there yet. I don't think Jay-Z was there yet. And I got a little I'm a little biased with Jay-Z as far as how I critique him, but it took me a while to grow into Jay-Z. But yeah, I don't think guys were at the point where you was listening to their full albums, man. I mean, it might have been the one album before this, and I'm gonna get back to this song that I can listen to fully without pressing that skip button. Was my one of my favorite groups at the time, man, the Lost Boys. So legal drug money. So that album I can listen to from front to back. But on Puff's album, like I said, man, he this was a song, bro. I'm hitting that fast forward skip button, right? So I can't really answer. It's unfair for me to answer this question because right after Victory, I'm pressing the skip button a couple times.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Where's you at, AP?
I can rock with. I mean, it's just a good story to me. Like you said, I mean, it's definitely not believable. When you listen to him, like, yo, come on, that joint ain't happening, man. You ain't all that ain't going on. Puff. So, I mean, I can still visualize. I like it. I like them story raps where I can visualize and picture it. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's true or not, it still just puts me in a certain mood. And then we just go. The sample was Eddie Holman is over, and it had
Mm,
you haven't done nothing by Stevie Wonder.
okay.
Yeah,
So
so
we
I mean,
Recite the hook for me. How the hook
I
go?
mean, huh?
damn, I can't. It's really just Puff, and it's got I can't. I
I'll
play it
go
real
back and
quick.
listen. I'll go back and listen. But
I'll play it real. How that shit go?
okay.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I
I like the beat. I just if it was somebody else rapping it, it probably would sound better. I just
Okay.
some things Puff just can't rap very well.
Yeah,
So we on the track 5. We on the track 5. Don't stop what you're doing with Little Kim. Now, obviously, this is like a big sample. Yarbroughs and peoples and
yeah.
everything like that. Uh, Now, back in the day, I said this song was trash. Today, it's just whack. And the reason today is just whack is because actually Little Kim's verse is actually fire on here. Her verse is pretty fire on here. So that's why I won't give it a trash, but it's still whack. I'm not a fan of that song
so
either. It,
whack is higher than trash.
yeah, definitely. And it,
Okay.
it goes to what you were saying, Kendall, about formula, and this was one of those formatic Puff Daddy songs that, you know, people just wasn't gravitating to. I don't know anybody that was like, oh man, play Don't Stop What You're Doing. The No Way Out. I don't know nobody
Nah.
that was like, yo, play that shit. So, AP, AP, where you at?
Yeah, yeah, okay. So you say you don't know nobody. I know at least one. It ain't me though. It ain't
Boom!
me.
I need
Yeah.
names.
So you remember I tell you my guy, we rode to school together.
Yeah.
Every time we threw this joint on, he had to have this joint on, man.
Oh
Every
my
time I'm
goodness.
just looking at him like, yo, really? I cannot stand this song then
Stop
or
what
today,
you're
man.
doing.
Yeah, this
on
song.
the stop. Like, oh, bro, this ain't it.
They didn't even change it. Like I mean, they didn't change like the song or the hook and nothing like that. And I'm straight on this song, man. I would get mad. Every time he would drive, he would have this joint on. I'm driving, I'm skipping the joint, man. Yeah, I'm cool on this
Yeah.
one.
Okay, so we gonna keep it pushing, man. So we on to an interlude and something that AP and I love are interludes, but they have to be funny. But this goes back to the theme of the album. This interlude right here. If I Should Die Tonight with Carl Thomas, kind of like singing on the hook portion of the song, but it's really just Puff talking it out. It really flows well into the theme of the album, No Way Out and everything like that. But it's not funny. It's not anything that you remember. It's a heavy skip for me. AP, yo, what's up?
What is this the If I Should Die Tonight interlude?
Yeah,
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 Yeah, that's it, that at that time it was kind of depressing.
yeah,
It was more depressing and somber, especially
yeah.
after that song that we just talked about. So
yeah.
Yeah, back then I definitely wasn't on it, but now I mean, again, it puts me in the mood. I can kind of just sit there and just think about like my grandparents. And when this song comes on, I come just have a little reminiscing session or whatever. But outside of that, I think it fits the format for where he was trying to go from the first track to this one here. It fits. But I mean, other than that, I'm straight on it though.
So then when
And
you're on
then
the track, oh, go ahead.
I want to give y'all the samples. It was Marvin Gaye, "If I Should Die." He didn't even
Right.
change the title.
wow.
Oh man, so we on the track 7. Do you know? I mean, this is another sample, Diana
Woo.
Ross sample, and I mean,
Yeah,
I don't even remember the name of the song, but I mean, you know it when you hear it, and this is all filler. But you know what? To be perfectly honest, that interlude flows well into this song. Um,
yeah,
it's kind of like both of you saying, man. Kendell with it being like somber and everything like that, being a filler song, setting the actual mood for the album. It flows well with the title and the intro. Like, this is all about the loss of loved ones, to be perfectly honest.
hmm,
But I can count on my hand how many times I actually listened to this song, and I'll probably never listen to it again.
yeah, yeah.
Where was you
Yeah.
at with it, Kendell?
Can you play a sample of? Can you play the beginning of it for me?
that's how much you like it, huh?
Nah,
And he
I
got
didn't
the
really
nerve to
know the
have this.
titles.
He got the nerve to have this joint 6 minutes long. It's a 6 minute song.
Mm.
Times in my life.
Yeah,
Cut it
I
off.
got that written down.
Cut it off. Yeah,
He got the nerve to
I
6 minutes, bro.
I will probably say I never listened to that full song, bro. It was just too it wasn't hip hop enough at the time for me. Wow.
Right. Where's
Yeah.
you at, AP?
So I like it in the fact that from the interlude to this song, it flowed well. But the overall song, I'm straight. I'm skipping it. It's funny because I said it's almost 6 minutes long. Don't nobody want to hear that, man. But anyway, shout out to Kelly Price. Um,
Mm.
that's about it. Yeah,
Matter of
I'm cool.
fact,
That
matter of
joint gets
fact,
skipped.
since we doing the shout outs, man, we gotta shout out the Hitman. The Hitman did all the production on this album, so we gotta shout out
Yeah,
Stevie J, obviously D Dot. We gotta shout out Nassim Heinrich, all the Hitman who helped produce this album, because we ragging on a couple songs here, but ultimately we about to get to some heat like this one, track 8, Young G's. We got Jay-Z, we got Biggie. This, notice my words, this is the best song on the album to me.
hmm,
Puff holds his own with two of the greatest rappers of all time. I want to know who y'all think wrote Puff's verse.
Biggie.
Who you think
I'm gonna
wrote
say
it?
Biggie.
Mace.
Yeah.
Now, in the album credits, it says Sean Carter, Christopher Wallace,
And Sean
and
Combs, right?
Sean Combs,
Yeah.
and Burton Smith. I don't even know who Burton Smith is.
I
So
remember seeing that name a lot, but
from everything on here, it's got to be Biggie. Biggie had to write that song for him because there's no way he's writing that.
it just I say that because it just sounds like Biggie's cadence as
Mm,
far as how he spits. You know what I'm saying? And it came off like he made sure Puff spit it out right too.
right. And see, this is like another one of those songs where I think like it was already a song made, left over that didn't make the cut for Life After Death. And he heard the verse, was like, I'm about to re-record this verse. We keep Biggie's other verse on there. We call up Jay-Z. Jay-Z pen a verse. We got a hit. That's what I think happened. But, I could be wrong. Where was you at with Young G's, AP?
Step in with the moles and the hoes, that baby. Yo. So this is my favorite song on the whole album, man. So I mean everything y'all. I just echo everything y'all said, man. I just love this joint, man. Let me give you the sample. It was Oliver Sane, On the Hill, Little Ghetto Boy, Donny Hathaway, Vapors with Biz Markie, and some Unbelievable by Big. So here's a little fun fact though. This track was just supposed to be a solo track for Biggie, but
Okay.
since he got murdered, he wasn't able to do it. So then that's why Puff and Jay Z was on here.
Okay.
So, but
Okay.
I think
Makes sense.
they big yo. I mean, they came with it, man. So I
Ooh.
mean, I think Biggie probably wrote the whole joint. You know what I'm saying? Sean, you know what I'm saying? Puff probably took whatever Big had and just made it out his own, and then
Yeah,
added Jay later. So I mean, this joint is definitely hot, man. One of my favorite
man.
joints. I got this on my workout playlist.
Super
Oh yeah.
classy, man. So many quotable lines on there, man. We could go on and on, man. But go ahead and rank them. Who got the best verse, Jay or Big?
I don't know. That was tough for me, man. I want to say Jay Z, but then I'm gonna go back and listen to Big's verse. I'm like, yo, I mean, it's a toss up, yo. I just reach my hand in the bag, whoever's name come out, hey, I'm good with it.
What about you,
I
Kendall?
wasn't a big I wasn't a big Jay-Z fan yet. I wasn't a big
Oh,
Jay-Z fan yet. You know what I'm saying? So I mean I knew he was dope. I still couldn't. I'm like, man, I remember when the time came, I was like, why is Jay-Z on this song? You know what I'm saying? But of course, man, I mean Biggie's verse, man. It took me a while to go back. I like Jay's verse too, though. You know what I'm saying? It still had that reasonable doubt type flow. It could have been a song on Reasonable Doubt's album,
yeah,
but yeah, man, I'm gonna definitely go with Big on that, bro.
man. This was tough. This was a very tough decision for me, man. As much as I love Jay Z, as much as I love Big, man, I can quote the whole verse, man. But at the end of the day,
No, he about to say Puff.
nigga, no, nigga, no, not even close. He held his own. He didn't embarrass himself. That's all we can ask for when you on a song with two greats like this. I mean, Jay Z says something to the ilks of, "I've been rich, I've been poor, I done saved, I done blown bread. Some say I've been here before because of the way I zone, jigger zone, like the sense of falling to Rome." I'm like, yo, but big, but Big's
Go
verse
ahead,
is just,
go
just.
ahead, Big.
I'm
How big?
gonna roll
How
with
big?
Big.
How big start off?
Oh shit, high star. I gotta catch the beat. Shit, cause I had that Jay Z shit wrote down. Hold on, I spit that motherfucking name. That shit
Yeah.
is.
We start talking about
All right, fuck it, we'll let it ride a little bit.
Damn, it feels good to see.
Big Marquis.
My brain is on it. Yeah, Big got that. Big got that. Yeah, man. I'm gonna go with Big, Jay Z, Puff, man, in that order, man. So we on the track 9, man. I Love You, Baby, with Black Rob on it. I love this song. I've always loved this song.
Mm-hmm.
I love this song more now than I did back in the day. This is a story rap. This is how you present a story rap. You know, we talk about the great storytellers of hip hop. Obviously, you bring up 3000, you bring up Biggie, you bring up Slick Rick. Slept on is Black Rob. Black Rob's first album is dope. He tells tons of story rhymes on there. My one problem with this song, and it will forever be my one problem, is why, oh why, is Puff rapping the last verse? It absolutely makes no sense.
Right.
You
Yeah,
have Black Rob telling the story about what he's going through, and then Puff ends the story. Why are you telling his story? It was cool
Right.
with you just being on the hook. It is Puff Daddy and the family. Let this
Right.
man shine. Let him have his own song. You can be on
Right.
the hook. Like I that burns me to the core. If Black Rob was able to do this entire song by itself, it would be like a top 3 song on the album, in my opinion. But since Puff had to be all up on the song, all in the video,
All in
it
the
drops
video.
it down. It drops it down. But I still love this song, man. Where was you at with it, Kendell?
Man, I loved it too. And I couldn't put my finger on it until you just told me how I felt about the song. You know what I'm saying? I'm just
Why did
like,
he do that,
it
man?
was a perfect story until Puff hopped on it. I couldn't figure it out until you
Yeah.
just said it. But this was like I said, I went victory. I'm pressing that skip button to about Young G's song, the last song before this. And this one I just started letting it ride. This
Okay.
one I really start to enjoy the album, and ain't if you're in my car, there ain't no skipping nothing at this point. This is when we start. This one Puff is doing this thing to me. But yeah, I couldn't pinpoint it, bro, until you just mentioned it.
It
Puff
burns
shouldn't
me
have
up to
hopped
the
on that
core,
track.
man. It burns me up to the
Shouldn't
core.
have
You
hopped
could
on
just
that
get on
track.
the hook, man. Where was you at,
Yeah.
AP?
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like you said, I mean, it's definitely one of the greatest stories, one of the better story raps. I like the fact that he gave Black Rob some shine on there, and I'm just like the both of you guys. I mean, why, why? I mean, that takes it down a little bit, but I mean, I definitely I loved it back when it first came out, and I love it now. So great song to me.
Facts. So we on to track 10. Probably a top 5 club party anthem of all time. All about the Benjamins with the Locks, Little Kim, and of course the notorious B.I.G. We know we all love this song. We gonna get into how the beat flips when Biggie comes on. Fuck the state pen, fuck hoes at Penn State. You know some of the greatest bars. You get the Little Kim. We remember all the girls at Wright State singing that part. You want to bumble with the B, huh? Like all that. So give me a memory about this song. I know y'all got a memory about this song. I'll give y'all a second to think about it since I sprung it on y'all. I will give y'all this.
Nah, bro. This song is my life. This is my favorite. This is my favorite song ever. Like, it's my favorite song
All
ever.
about the Benjamins.
Yeah, favorite song ever, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I played it. I made sure it was on my wedding list. Played it at my wedding. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a DJ, I'm definitely throwing it in my set. You know what I mean? Even if I'm DJing a high school party, bro, y'all gonna jump. Y'all gonna listen to this all about the Benjamins. It's my favorite song ever, bro. If I mean, and I tell everybody, bro, I'm a Laker fan, bro, and my favorite song is all about the Benjamins.
There it is.
That's
AP,
right.
what's up?
Well, I mean, I just love the song flat out. I mean, it's great. The Locks brought it, Big brought it, Kim, and I think Kim had the hardest verse. Um, Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying. Sorry to let you all down. I don't have any, you know what I'm saying, great stories for the song, but I mean, definitely like Kendall said, I mean, if you were DJ, which I was at one point, so this was definitely in high rotation at the parties.
Okay, let me
Facts.
tell you this though. Let me tell you this. Coming up in Youngstown, you know what I mean? Of course, we had the little teen nightclubs
Mhm.
that played you know what I mean, the little bubblegum rap song, Will Smith getting jiggy with it. You know what I'm saying? They play stuff like that,
Nah,
right?
nah, 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 nah.
When I got to Ray State, y'all two was DJing in the Union, and y'all threw this track on, and I was like, "Them my two favorite DJs ever." Right there. Dead serious, bro. That's the first time I heard it in a party setting. Like I said, I
Word.
played it every day in my own car. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And of course, it had its radio spins, but I'm like, dude, why ain't the DJ at this little, you know what I'm saying, teen club throwing this on? He don't know what's hot. Until I came to Ray State. And this, like I said, this was what, 2 years later. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Two,
Yeah.
two,
Yeah.
2 years later, and it was still a banger to me. That's how much I used to listen to it, bro.
This song is so classic. So my story about all about the Benjamins, man, it's my freshman year at Wright State. Me and Nate, your brother, we went to the Puff Daddy and the Family No Way Out tour at the Nutter Center. Now on this tour, you have Foxy Brown, you have Busta Rhymes, you have Jay-Z as an opener.
Opener.
Jay-Z is an opener. And obviously you have Puff, you have Mace, you have the Locks, you have Little Kim, you have 112, like everybody. So the
Wow.
anticipation of that tour was crazy. They actually opened up when Puff came out. They did Victory, and they had the Biggie scenes like on the big screens or whatever, and the lightning, and Biggie doing his thing and everything like that. And it's like Biggie's still here, but we all know why we're here. We want to hear all about the Benjamins. So when they closed the show with all about the Benjamins, that place was rocking. And this was the era, you know what I'm saying, like they had on the bad boy baseball jerseys,
Yeah.
cats coming
The
out there with
leather,
the
the
bat,
leather ones.
the leather, the cleats, you know what I'm saying? It was just everybody. And then basically when Kim came out, like she come out with the blonde wig on, oh, like sounding like Big, and then Biggie burst. It was just a home run, man. I mean, it was just something that's like it's probably my favorite concert of all time, man. And I'm so mad that I didn't get a chance to go to the Bad Boy Family reunion tour, man. So pissed off
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to do
Yeah. But I was there.
that. Like,
Yeah, because it's funny because I wanted I think we touched on it in the Mace joint, but I was trying to be I was in Chicago when that tour when it came to the Nutter Center, and I was torn. I was trying to it was either the Black College tour or go to Chicago because I was in the Decca group. We ended up going to Chicago. I chose Chicago over the Black College tour, and I think that at that time that was the same time the concert was happening. And I remember Nate just came back when he just spoke so highly of that concert. I was upset that I missed it. You know, because I mean I'm big. Well, I was a big fan, so I was definitely mad I missed it. But I definitely wasn't gonna miss the reunion joint, yo.
for sure, man.
I'm
So
still mad I missed that.
crazy, man. So then we on to track 10.
Hold on, hold on. Let's go. Hold on. I didn't
What's up?
say who had my favorite verse. You ain't tell
Oh,
me who
okay.
your favorite
Go
verse
ahead,
was.
go ahead. Okay, yeah, okay. What's up? Who had the best verse to you, Kendall?
Bro, the person who started the song off.
Oh, you going with Mustard Puff Daddy?
Oh, bro, he set the tone. He set the
Okay,
tone. Jada wrote his verse. That's why
we
it
know
probably
that.
Yeah.
sounds so
We
crisp.
know that. I knew that one.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Puff had the best verse on that song.
Biggie, Biggie. I've been
No, I
asking
knew
you.
I knew
Hold
you
on, well, go
more.
back. Hold on, Kev. You said you was gonna tell us why the beat switch.
Oh, I don't know why the beat switched. Oh,
Okay.
because remember, like if I don't know if it actually said 'cause on the actual CD, it says all about the Benjamins remix.
Yeah, the
So
remix.
for years of my life, I've been like on a quest to find the original All About the Benjamins. I've never found it. So I always thought like, all right, when they switched the beat, that was like the original version of it. I don't know if that's true, but that's the line I'm gonna stick to.
I'm a say I didn't like Biggie rapping on the over that beat for a while. It took me a long time to kind of
Ooh,
realize because like you said,
blasphemy.
I'm wondering why he's not rapping over this Benjamin beat.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that was kind of like the first time we really heard people switching beats in the middle of
Yeah.
songs. It was still new to us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, Missy kind of, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, patting herself by that. But I'm like, dude, no, I love this beat right here. Why would Puff put him over this beat? It's not
Yeah.
better than this beat. But it took me a while for me to that it to grow on me though.
I've been
Yeah,
Just
having
I
being
think I'm
those
honest.
Chris
the same
Styles
way when it
feels.
comes to that.
That Biggie
Yeah.
verse is bananas, man, bananas. So we on the track 11, Pain. Uh, Another song that I'm just not buying it. I'm just not buying it from Puff. He doesn't convey this pain that he's expressing, man. I just don't think he's skilled enough as a rapper to pull that type of stuff off. I think this is a bad version of Biggie's suicidal thoughts from Ready to Die. That's what I
Mhm.
think. Where was you at with it, Kendall?
Yeah, I feel that. I I don't know if I was taking I was looking more so at Puff as a hit maker instead
Yeah,
of a rapper. I really
right,
he never really sold me on being a rapper. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like so I didn't really put too much stock into that. But uh it was probably one of my skippages. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm 16, bro. I ain't really experienced death or like that yet to
Right.
where, you know what I'm saying, I just want to hear fire music. You know what I'm saying? So
Right, right. What
that's
about
why
you,
I was like,
AP?
man, yeah.
Yeah. Sample with Let's Stay Together. That's about it. I'm straight on this song, yo. I'm cool.
Man,
That's a skip.
you know what, bro? I think of you every time one of these type of songs come up
Uh,
because we do the Mace one, man, and the look on your face when you're reviewing the Mace, it's like, yo, these songs ain't hitting like they're supposed to hit. And this song is like one of those, like, yo, I thought this would be better than this was. I thought it would be
uh,
better now. And that leads me into my other thing about Puff. And it's on this actual song right here, track 12. Is This the End with Twister and Genuine and Carl Thomas. Back in the day, I loved this song. Today, uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got a problem. Nostalgia's not working for you on this one, Puff. I don't
yeah.
like this song anymore. This song sucks. I used to love this song, dude. But like I listen to it now and it's like maybe if it was just Twister on here, I would like it. But Puff, like I think about how Big was able to do the Bone Thugs flow,
Mhm.
but Puff trying to do the Twister flow, uh-uh.
Yeah.
You
He
ain't got
fell,
it, bruh. You ain't
fell
got them
short.
skills,
Fell
man.
short, yeah.
Where was you at with it, AP?
Yo, I'm the same way. Cause I mean, when I first heard it, I loved it when it first came out. But now listening to it now, I I I really can't mess with Puff on this joint. I can fast forward it to Twisted. Other than
Yep.
that, man, I was straight. I like the end of the song better when he with the Spanish chick, right?
Yeah.
So me, Craig, and JG, we were supposed to go to the Dominican Republic back in April, but the
Shouts out to the
COVID hit,
Rona.
right? So we couldn't go. So Craig, you know what I'm saying, he's such a world traveler now, mess with all the Spanish chicks and all that. So he like, yo, he telling me and JG, like, yo, y'all got to get on Tinder. You so he start meeting these chicks or whatever in the Dominican Republic. So if we go down there, y'all can link up and do whatever. And so we on Tinder. I'm meeting all these chicks. And I could just that conversation with just like so familiar. I'm like, yo, teach me some Spanish. Say me something. Tell me something in Spanish. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of, I just laugh. I just fast forward to that last part, and I'm just listening to it, and just laughing, just thinking about, you know, saying some of them tender conversations I had with them chicks down in DR. But other than that, I'm straight on this song. Though I mean, Puff, I give him an A for effort for delivery. He did not succeed, man.
Where's you at, Kendall?
Uh, like I said, man, as far as with Puff, I mean, I enjoyed the song, like you said, as far as after the Benjamins, it's like, all right, what else you got for me? So I listen to everything after the Benjamins with a kind of like a open ear, man, trying to see what else he can do. And this was one of the songs that kind of, you know what I'm saying, helped that back end of the album. You know,
Yeah.
this was still the time in the late '90s, man, where that Twister flow was still,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, it was still popular. It was still popular. Twister was kind of the last to do it, going into the 2000s. But yeah, that song, I don't hate it, but I get what you're saying, Kev.
Yeah. So we on the track 13. I got the power with the locks. Now, remember I said about is this the end? I used to love it and hate it. I used to hate this song, but now I kind of fucks with it. I kind of fucks with it. It really makes me mad, to be perfectly honest, because this is basically a lock song, and Puff is only on the hook. So how come you couldn't do that back on track 9 with Black Rob?
Yeah,
Why couldn't you just be on the hook and let him shine? You let the lock shine. Why didn't you let Black Rob shine? That's old news. This song is cool. I fucks with this song. This is a good album cut. I actually fucks with this song, man. What about you, Kendell?
I didn't like the beat.
Mm-mm.
I didn't like the beat. The
Nah.
beat turned me off, man. So, and like I said, I wasn't a big Lux fan yet. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember when their album dropped, but I wasn't a big.
I want to say their album dropped like in '98.
Yeah, I think it was
Okay.
98.
Yeah, early
Yeah,
'98.
so that was kind of when I gave the Lux a real listen. You know what I'm saying? But besides the Benjamin song, man, I didn't really know who these cats were. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't like this beat. That's that boom bounce.
Yep.
Start that beat. Let me hear that beat, kid. I
He
didn't
knew
like
exactly
that
which
beat.
one it was too. Hey, I fucked with it. I like it. I don't know why. I ain't like it for 20 plus years.
That's a freestyle. That's a freestyle beat. That's when you and the boys in the whip, y'all all taking y'all turn. But I ain't really, I couldn't stand that beat, bro.
What about you, AP?
The song is alright. It was cool. I mean, it ain't something I'm really getting into. It's cool. Just something to listen to. But I think you know what I'm saying. Probably he trying to get his shit off on this one, talking about how everybody's hating, but everybody want to be doing what he doing. You know what I'm saying? Want to come to him for all the hits and all like that. So I think he, you know what I'm saying. This was for Puff, like yo, trying to silence all the haters or whatever. And then I think I don't forgot who said it, but it was like bad boys moving silence. So it's a little story. So in my senior book, you know, so I was a big bad boy fan or whatever. So on the about you part in the senior book, I put on there I move in silence, trying to take this from the bad boys. And then look, my sister was reading it when she started laughing. Then she tried to flip it like, you know, in my for the Men in Black. The Men in Black song, they have a line talking about moving silence or whatever. So every time I think about it, she always want to talk about, oh yeah, Aaron thought he was in the Men in Black joint. But I mean, overall,
Tommy Lee Jones.
But overall, the song was just okay. So
okay, all right. So we 13 with Foxy Brown. I don't even remember the name. I don't even write down the name of this song. What was the name of that song? Friend with Foxy Brown. Yeah. I don't like this song. I could count on
he
my.
was just throwing people on tracks at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good person to throw on the song. You know, Foxy was big in the 90s and everything like that. But this wasn't it. This was not it, man. Where was you at with it, AP? Because I see Kendall don't like it.
Yeah, I was. I said it was a cool track, but I was straight on the hook. But you know, one thing after Big had died, so I think Puff's vision for this album was going to be like a party type of album. So, so I think maybe this might have been like one of the party type of songs that maybe he was going for in the beginning. But after Big died, they said they had to go back and change like the majority of the album. So I think some of them party cuts might have made the album, and then some of them like somber, more emotional songs, you know what I'm saying, was put on it. This might have been one in the beginning because I definitely don't fit after it. Doesn't to me it doesn't fit like it doesn't fit after Big had died. So
Yeah, yeah, like that. You know, we talked about like album placement and songs that should stay on albums that should go. When we was
mhm.
talking to Peanut, like this is definitely one of those that need to be out of here.
Yeah,
Uh,
Right.
so then we on to track 15, Senorita. Remember I was talking about I don't believe Puff about this, I don't believe Puff about that. I believe Puff about this though.
yeah,
I buy it. I'm buying what he's selling on this one. He does a great job of selling me on this one, man. The LL vibes, the sexy dude vibes. Like this is what he can sell me. Like that's like I believe him when he's rhyming about this because these are things that he probably really lives in his real life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Him busting guns, I'm not buying it. Don't believe you. But this one I believe him. Senorita, where was you at with it, Kendall?
Oh man, I used to like Senorita, bro. That was my joint. Like you said, this he was teaching me something about, man. I like the songs about Puff kind of being a player a little bit. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? That was the vibe I really enjoyed from Puff. But Senorita was one of my joints, bro. I mean, this one I was really kind of learning what the word meant and everything. You know what I'm saying? So, I hadn't even really thought about even messing with a girl like that until I heard this song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it kind of started a trend, bro. Started a trend. Uh, but nah, that was I enjoyed this song. It's one of the songs I remember when I'm thinking about this album.
For sure. Where's you at, AP?
Yeah, well, I kind of jumped the gun on that Twisted joint because at the end of that the song before that when they was talking with the Spanish chick, but I know I definitely like it. I liked it a little bit more now, especially I mean like Kendall would say you weren't thinking about messing with a Spanish chick or whatever, senorita, but now you know what I'm saying maybe we older kind of like yo look, that might be all right. You know what I'm saying? Let me go see what's that all about. But I definitely can appreciate it, and I enjoy the song.
For sure. So then we on to track 16. I'll Be Missing You with Faith 112, the second single off the album, obviously dedicated to B.I.G. The Police sample won a Grammy for Best Rap Performance. Obviously, it's a great song. You know, anytime you want to talk about uh, a member of your squad, a member of your team, losing them, you dedicate a song to them, and they did an outstanding job with this song. I can't not honestly say like, all right, this is a song I've ever played on my own outside of doing this review, but it was a huge radio song. Obviously, it won a Grammy. Video, he riding a motorcycle, crashed that bitch. It was, a classic song for the Bad Boy team. Where was you at with it, Kendall?
I didn't like the song until I seen him perform it. I forget where he performed it at
VMAs.
with and VMAs with Sting and all
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, oh man, okay, now I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I used to like the remix with the
Mm.
locks. That's the one I thought he should have put out. We always love Big
Big
Pop.
Pop.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? That was my joint. I always thought, I'm like, man, why didn't he put the locks on? You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought. I thought they were the same songs, but you know what I'm saying? I didn't really appreciate this song until he performed it on the VMAs, man, and I got to sit back and you know what I'm saying, see it live, bro. But that's when I started to like it.
That's what's up, AP.
Yeah, and at first listen when it first came out, I was cool on it. I mean, I understood, you know what I'm saying, the whole concept about it, but I wasn't on it. But now I'm definitely a big fan of the song, and I agree with Kendall. That remix was that. I think the remix is better than this joint here.
That's what's up. Yeah, I'm likewise. I'm the same way. So then we on to the final track of the album. Can't Hold Me Down. With Mace. Now remember, this is the first single. This single actually came out in February. So I remember it well. And I got a hell of a story about this one.
Oh,
Yeah. It's one of those. Remember I said Young G's was the best song on the album?
yeah,
but this is my favorite song on the album. I fucking love this song. I'll always love this song for so many reasons. I love this song. Where was you at with it, AP?
Like I said, I mean, I think I didn't like it. It had to grow on me. It that pretty much that's it. I didn't like it at first. It grew on me. I rock with it now, heavy. I mean, it's still, you know what I'm saying, they still play it today. You can walking to McDonald's, Walmart, wherever they playing the music, you definitely gonna hear this at some point. So I mean, I definitely like it now. So I mean, I think this was the direction they were trying to go into. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning of the album, but unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, they had to change direction due to Big's death. So I mean, it's cool. I like it.
What about you, Kendall?
What sample was on that AP? Dun, dun,
Uh,
dun, 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 dun. What is that? That's
yeah,
the message.
The message,
yeah,
yeah.
the Grandmaster Flash.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was the
Yeah,
master
that,
break my stride.
I really liked this song because this one they was doing a lot of remakes of them 80 songs. The
Yeah.
message, and I think Eric Sherman and them had did the Sugar Hill Gang one.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like it had this bubblegum, you know what I'm saying, style to it, but I didn't hate it. I think this is the time when radio kind of played it
Woo!
way too much. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, it came out in February. I think so. Yeah, that was probably Puff's most popular song.
I'm gonna say
That's probably
Benjamin's is
Puff's.
more popular. I'm gonna say Benjamin's is more popular by far. I just think it's just me, to be perfectly honest, because
I would
I
say
know
that's Puff's biggest crossover song.
that's fair. That's fair. So, okay, one of the reasons I love this song so much is like this is like you said, February came out. I had the single CD, or single tape or whatever, and I would play that shit non-fucking stop. This was like my theme song, man. This is like my theme song. So remember, I told y'all in '97 I'm a senior in high school. I'm working at the country club. I'm making bread. I'm polo down to the socks, Tommy Hill down to the socks. You know what I'm saying? Like, so at the country club, basically all they did was hire high school kids. You know, they had their full-time employees and everything like that, but you know, you need a ton of high school kids up there to, you know, work these terrible hours. But what do? They pay them a good wage, so you get a lot of people working there. So it's kids from all different high schools. You know what I'm saying? If you working there, you meeting girls from different high schools. So I meet this one girl who goes to Euclid High School in Cleveland. So, you know what I'm saying? She asked me for a ride home one day. And of course, I'm down. I take her to the crib, whatever. I take her to the house or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? We start, you know what I'm saying, communicating. I'm calling her, whatever. And then like this, she was like, hey, play that song you always playing. I was like, what song? It's like that one song with that with the Ice Cube beat, because that's how she knew it. You know what I'm saying? Because
Okay.
so I was like, so I used to play that heavy, like, oh, she want to hear it? Oh, here we go. So fast forward, we like probably like a month in the, you know what I'm saying, talking or whatever. I'm going to her crib, hanging out, blah, 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 all that type of stuff. My one home girl who works at the country club with us, she pulls me to the side one day. She's like, you got to be the dumbest nigga on the planet. I was like, what are you talking about? She is like, you don't know that fill in the blank with a name is pregnant? I was like, huh? I was like, huh? I was like, what are you talking about? How do you know that? And it ain't mine. Like all in that
Right.
order. She was like, it's just like, well, next time you go over her house and y'all hanging out, why don't you do some research? So I'm like checking out the scene, you know, she had a little pudge. So obviously I stopped talking to her or whatever. So the word got around like, yeah, she knew that I was headed places in life, headed to college or whatever, was trying to keep a nigga baby with the boy. So like whenever I think about that song, I think about that moment in my life. Like, yo, you really was just dumb, just plain dumb.
Just
Was
out
it
here.
dumb? Just out here,
Young,
out here.
young,
But
young
still,
dumb
my
and full
theme
of
song.
tongues.
Fact though. Facts upon facts, man. That was a crazy moment in my life, man. Like I was really about to be hemmed up out here, man. But but fellas, man. So where do y'all think this album stands in the Bad Boy catalog?
Oh, it's definitely up there, man. Definitely up there for me. I would say maybe top three after Big.
What
After
about you, Kendall?
Oh man, I put it in the top five. Put it in the top five just because of that one single. That one single, bruh. And like you said, even Can't Hold Me Down, man. I'm reminiscing on that. Like like I said, man, I at this age, I thought everything I listened to was the coolest stuff. I didn't want to listen to nothing anybody else listening to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when like I said, when I did my research on 1997, my five albums that had on heavy rotation, it wasn't like your five albums. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
took pride in that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
took pride in that. You know what I'm saying? And I think even with that last song, Can't Hold Me Down, and you know what I mean, it made corny dudes seem like they was cool. Just because, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, nah, brother, that's not. So I was kind of stubborn against songs like that. You know what I'm saying? But the Benjamins, I couldn't deny. It was just I hadn't heard anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So it will always be in a Bad Boys top five. It's so many albums though.
So many albums.
And I'm trying to run through them. I mean, Little Kim's album got to be a top five. Hardcore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna
Both are bigs.
Yeah, I mean those are 1, 2 for sure. I'm gonna call it, if I'm including the R&B catalog from Bad Boy, it's not top five because the first 112 definitely in
112.
there, and the Carl Thomas is in there. So that's 4 spots right there. Obviously with the 2 bigs, the 112
That you putting
and
in
the
the
Carl.
top five?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I
So yeah,
can't
you
throw
know
the
what? This is
R&B.
number
I
5.
can't throw. You know what I'm saying? You got to put them in 10. You know what I'm saying? You got so many albums. I can't put a R&B album in my top five
Man, come on.
because you
You
missing
know
out on
how
lot.
hard that
You
Carl
missing out
Thomas
on the
went?
lot. What about the
That
Locks
first Locks
album?
was trash. That first
Okay, I
Locks was
give that.
trash. Cause I
I give
mean,
you
you know,
that.
you can go to the Locks, We Are the Streets, but they wasn't no Bad Boy then.
What
Yeah.
about Shine? What about Shine?
It's
First
a
album.
cool project. It's a cool project, but it ain't this. It ain't
Okay.
this. It
Yeah.
definitely ain't fucking with this.
What are we missing? Black Rob album.
Black Rob got a smoker on his hands. It's slept on. It's big slept on.
What about
But
G Dep? What about G Dep's album?
it's
Child of the
cool.
Ghetto. Child
John
of
of
the
the
Ghetto
Ghetto. Yeah,
can rock.
it was cool, but it ain't this. It ain't this.
Yeah, I might throw 112's album up there. I
Oh
might throw
man,
112's album up
that
there.
first 112 got so much run. And you know
Yeah.
how hard that Carl Thomas went when we was at Wright State.
But
Right. Yeah.
I listened to that recently. I outgrew it. I
Really?
outgrew it. It was just we the lifestyle we were in, bro. We was all becoming lovey-dovey dudes at that time. So we thought, you know what I'm saying? But I listened to it, man. I mean, Emotional, my favorite track on there because of that
Summer
beat.
Rain.
That's a sample too.
Of
So
course.
Puff is sample king. But
Samson King.
all right, so yeah, I'll put it at five. I'll put No Way Out in the top five.
I think that's fair. What about you, AP?
Yeah, so, I mean, if we're gonna throw the R&B joints in there, I'm at 5 with it. But if not, I'm gonna go number 3 for me for it, just the rap albums. So
What
number
about
3 on the
Mace?
rap, and number 5 when it comes to we're gonna throw the R&B joints in.
So you got
But
Mace behind him?
Yeah. Because this was as much as I love Mace. This was the album I would like to have. Would have loved Mace to have had. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I just think it was kind of hodgepodge. Mace's album was, so it wasn't. I mean, I love the album. Don't get me wrong, but this album was, I think, was a lot better than Harlem World.
Yeah, I think this one had more structure to it, even though it's got
Yeah.
that like we like like that Foxy Brown joint really needed to get up out of here, but it
Hmm.
still got a lot of songs that everybody loves. You know what I'm saying? A lot of songs that you
Right.
can get like every. You don't know nobody who don't like All About the Benjamins. We don't know anybody who doesn't like Victory. Like when those songs come on, like it puts you in a certain place. Like it's so many songs on that Mace that are just like, man, I don't even remember this. And then like, oh, this was on this album. Like it's just like, where did this come from? So it's like
Hmm.
it's kind of like a blown and perfectly be honest, like a blown opportunity for Mace. If I'm honest, man, because I thought about that when I was listening to this one as well. AP, like you know, coming off of everything he did on this album, you thought that, you know what I'm saying, his album was gonna be a home run, and it just what I mean, even then when it came out, I didn't think it was all that. I liked it, but I didn't think it
Yeah.
was all that. So listening to it now, you're like, man, they really Puff really could have did him better than this. Like they could have
Yeah. For
paused
sure.
and took the time to make sure it was a home run because, you know, as much as effort and everything that was put into this album, because to be honest, man, like you gotta think about this, man. You just lost the notorious B.I.G., man. You lost the lead guy in hip hop, and this album carried Bad Boy for the next couple years until they were able to basically form into something else. Because that's really what they did. Like they never really found their ground again with a dominant hip hop artist. They found their ground with like these R&B guys and everything like that with the
Hmm.
Carl Thomases and you know what I'm saying the multiple 112 albums and everything like that. They never regained their form with the lead guy in hip hop. So
Well, with
Yeah.
this album, it kind of showed Puff's desperate attempt to keep Bad Boy afloat.
yes,
Cause did he get any videos off of Life After Death?
Life After Death, Hypnotized,
Sky's the
Hmm.
Limit was
Sky's
a
the
fake
Limit
video
with the kids
where
in it.
so
Um,
this was kind of Puff's desperate attempt to make sure because he was like, okay, I'm the next biggest star on
Hmm.
Bad Boy.
yeah,
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And he was trying to groom Mace, but Mace didn't really have that song yet. You know what I mean? Uh, so when looking at it like that, I kind of understand the reason it was rushed. You still kind of maybe had a little bit. This was still at the time you still had to have how many tracks was on this? 17?
yeah,
Yeah.
17.
17.
That's a lot of tracks. A lot of
Yeah.
lot of duds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like nowadays cats is dropping 10 song albums. And you know what I
Oh
mean?
man, if he
And
could have trimmed this down to 12, if this would have been
Oh
12,
yeah.
this would have been
it's
a smoker.
right, right, exactly. So, you know what I mean? But he was trying to get most of them songs that was duds was features. Just had way too many features, man, and you know what I mean, trying to
But
get
he needed
everybody their
those
chance.
features, man. Nobody want to hear him rap for 3 verses.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause I mean, yeah, he definitely needed them to help carry the album. So I mean,
Nah,
it's
not
almost.
saying that. Yeah, not saying that, but a lot of them could have missed the cut.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like that genuine and
All right,
twisted joint.
we'll fuck it. Let's go from the top. Let's go from the top real quick. Like, keep her go. All right, No Way Out intro. Keep.
Yep.
Victory, obviously keep.
Yep.
Been Around the World. Keep. What you gonna do? Get them out of here.
Yeah.
Get it
Right.
out of here.
Yeah.
Don't stop what you're doing. I'm gonna
And
say keep. What y'all think?
you can bury that joint.
We know. Okay, so that's out of here.
Let's just slide that on the side for right now. We might be able to throw it back in there. Go ahead.
So then you got the If I Should Die Tonight interlude.
um, I don't.
Uh,
I'm gonna say get rid of it because of 7 though. You know, I mean, because if you keep 6, you got to keep 7. I was straight on
Right.
7 all the way.
I'm
Right.
gonna say keep them both because it fits the theme of the album. Like it's
Okay, yeah,
dealing.
but that,
I'll say, and plus we gotta make a whole album here.
yeah,
Like we gotta
but,
fill these
but
good
we
tracks.
got 17 joints to choose from.
All right, we
Right.
can revisit that. We obviously keeping Young G's, obviously keeping I Love You Baby, obviously keeping All About the Benjamins. Pain. Now that can get the hell up out of here.
Yeah, that we good on that one.
I say we can keep This Is the End, even though I don't love it now. I used to love it, so we gotta think back in that space and time. Like that shit would
Mhm.
probably. I used to bang that, so I would say keep it. What about y'all?
You might need to put it. I will throw Pain last on the CD. I
Okay,
will put This Is the End probably after Victory or something.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Where the momentum is still going. You know,
Mhm.
but yeah, I mean that's the way I'd have probably restructured that.
So then I guess obviously that Foxy Brown song is out of here.
Yeah.
We gonna keep Senorita. We gonna keep I'll Be Missing You. Obviously keep Can't Hold Me Down. So the only other song up for debate if we gonna keep it or kick it to the curb is I Got the Power, and I ain't got no problem kicking that to the curb.
Yeah,
But let me go
right.
back to the Foxy joint. So did we get rid of that song, but did we keep the little skit though?
Of
Because
course, of
that kind
course.
of sing. So just get rid of the song. Just make the end just a little interlude, huh?
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We got a smoker on our hands, man. We got a 5 mic album on our hands. If he let us do the album,
Yeah, right.
like, look, bro, you need to call me in for some advice. Like, look, you
All
need.
But
right, so going back to the original part, how many mics did it get? Did the source give it? Do we know?
Ooh, that's a good question. I didn't even look that up. Let me Google that right quick.
so
Uh,
I don't know how many mics he got. However, it did win best rap album of the year.
that's
Okay.
Up against it was up against and Biggie and Mace was in the running as well. So I
Right.
mean, look at
talk
Well,
about a
it took
popularity
guys
contest.
it took guys a long time to appreciate life after death.
Mhm.
Did it?
It I don't think Cats was respecting it all like that because my favorite songs on that album, guys really don't speak about until probably now. You know what I'm saying? Long Kiss Goodnight.
Yeah.
You're
My
Nobody
favorite
Till
one.
Somebody Kills You.
Woo!
Them is my favorite. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
them last 3 songs on that. What is that? The first disc.
Yeah.
That
No,
like you
that's
know what I
this
mean?
too. That's this too.
This too.
Yeah.
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 The
Right.
last three
Yeah.
songs on this too, bro, is my favorites.
Man, I know at least in my circle we bang that Life After Death like crazy. And AP, you bring up the fact that this beat Life After Death, not a chance in hell.
No.
The thing about Life After Death, Kev, is we didn't appreciate it because it still lives today, bro.
Yeah,
You could put that album up against anything right now and it's still better than it.
Oh
yeah,
So
yeah.
imagine in 1997, we didn't know what we was listening to. That mug was futuristic, bro.
Yeah.
that shit was
Well, I
crazy.
mean, he said it right. What you nobody till somebody killed you. So I mean, people still what I'm saying appreciating and dissecting that album, man. Had a lot of tracks
Absolutely.
to go through.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I can't find the source mic reviews on this album. I would imagine anywhere
I didn't
between
know it won
more
album
than
of the
that.
year though.
That's crazy. I remember that, but
Yeah,
nah,
because that's
bro.
when ODB got up on the stage. I don't think what I'm saying. He was talking about, oh, but Puff is good, but Wu Tang is better. Talking about Wu
Wu
Tang.
Tang is for the children.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh man, but shoot, man, this was fun, man. Reminiscing about this great project, man. Y'all
Oh
boys
man.
got Got any shout outs that y'all want to handle? Kendall, you want to shout out to the family since they invaded the show?
Oh yeah, man. Shout out Zai, Zoe, the wife, Jamila. You know what I mean? So they were surprised I was doing this. My son wrote me a little note. What are y'all talking about? I said music. He said, why are you on there? Like, dude, don't you know how much I know so many songs on the radio, bro. They be looking astonished that I know every single song. I was like, bro, you know I love music. So, but nah, man. Peace to both of y'all, bro. My boy RDP. You know what I'm saying? Y'all made Right State a very enjoyable experience for me, bro. So yeah, y'all are definitely imprinted in my heart, bro. So nah, I really enjoyed it, man. I appreciate the invite, bro. No doubt.
For sure. APO.
Yo, you know what I'm saying? Got the AAU program jumping, Emerge Elite. Come mess with us. We went on Instagram, Elite Emerge, and then we on the website, emergeeliteinc.com. Just shout out to my kids, Cam, Keo, and everybody else, man. You know, definitely again, I appreciate you having me on, man. So
look forward.
Kev, when's your radio show?
10 to 2 Monday through Saturday. 10 to 2.
10 to 2 Monday through Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
I bring that heat at noon though. I'll bring that heat at noon. For people our age, they only really listen at noon. That's when I dig in the crates and play them classic throwbacks for everybody, man. So
okay, so they still letting you have some independent.
Yeah, let me dabble a little,
nice.
Dabble a little bit, you know. Especially now we in COVID, you know what I'm saying? The bosses ain't listening like that. So, you know what I'm saying? I've been sneaking in a little bit of Nipsey Hustle throughout the day, you know what I'm saying? They ain't paying attention to me, boy. Hey fellas, I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, much love. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.